So broad forking is a way to get oxygen into your soil, but also not to break up the soil structure. So for us, we use this tool here. It has 2, 4, 6, 7 prongs on it. And what you do with it, I'm gonna show you things to look for as you're actively broad forking. You get in the ground, you put your boot on it, and I typically like to wear some heavy duty boots. This is some muck boots right here. Shout out to muck boots. And what this allows you to do is to get good depth. There are holes here, and I use these as guides. I try on our really, really good beds to get to about the second or third hole here, the large hole. And once I do that, I pull back. Now, this is where it gets really, really interesting. On this bed isn't prepped as much as our other beds. This is probably the third planting on it compared to other beds that are well established that we've had for years. There's a hard pan that's developed when you till. And what you can see with this hard pan is you can see the soil that's been integrated, and then you can see the soil that has been packed under by the use of tilling. Whenever I see a hard pan, this lets me know that I have more work to do on the bed. So for this bed in particular, because I'm not tilling this planting, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep broad forking down the row, but it dictates what crop I want to grow. So for here, I'm going to do an arugula, a spinach, a hackerot turnip, something that doesn't have a deep root system. So here, I wouldn't do something like tomatoes or peppers, or I wouldn't do an item that has a deep root system. All right. So this hard pan is very key when you are prepping a bed. All of our beds here at the farm are 30 inches wide, so we made sure that our broad fork is 30 inches wide as well, because our tiller, we do till minimally here, was 30 inches. So we make sure all of our measurements on our equipment is they're in alignment, so we don't have a bed that we tilt too wide and the broad fork's too short. So now that I've explained to you that process, I'm going to do a little bit of broad forking so you all can see how simple it is. So here, I go ahead and pull back. I drag it about the length of the tines. So I estimate it with my eyes. So I'm dragging it back. So I'm going to go around here, do the same thing. So I know I have to do a little bit more jumping on this, but I know that I'm going to be coming back and integrating that compost in to the soil and addressing this hard pan. So I'm going to do this all the way down to the end of the bed. In some areas of the bed are prepped a little bit better, so the tines go in a little bit easier. But once your bed gets highly developed, and I mean that you have multiple layers of compost and that you actually integrate the compost with the native soil really, really well, these tines will go in like you're slicing hot butter with a knife, or a hot knife with butter. That's what it is, I think. So I keep going. And if I see weeds on the bed, I'll come through and I'll scuffle hoe, or I'll just pull them. But typically, we want to clean the bed off before. But we don't have high weed pressure on this bed, so there are minimal weeds. So I'm going to do this all the way down the bed. And don't worry about stepping on the bed. You just don't want to step and recompact the soil walking this way. So you're going to do this going backward. So we keep doing it all the way down. So once I get finished with this, the next thing we're going to do is lay compost on the bed, and then we'll put amendments on, smooth it out, and then we'll be ready to plant. So if you all have any questions, please leave a comment. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe. We're going to open the questions. And I'll see y'all soon.